This day and age, are we prepared? Are our VAVPs adequately prepared, sir, and defended?
Well, we have system. Firstly, we have mechanisms as to how we should counter drones. Wherever we have got counter drone systems, these have been deployed and these are gradually coming in larger numbers because we need a very large number of counter drone systems if we have to defend our entire nation and the strategic assets of our nation. So we are gradually building those capacities and building the numbers that we require. But at the same time, let me also warn you, what makes you think that only drone is a threat? You please look at the way the war was fought between the Hamas and Israelis. You saw mass rocket attacks happening. What if rocket attacks happen of that nature? We have to be prepared for defending that also. Therefore, what I'm saying is, it is not necessary that the next attack will be drones. Are we prepared for the future? And therefore, gray zone warfare or hybrid warfare can involve anything. You have to be prepared for all this. Yet at the same time, you have to send a strong message that anything of this nature, whether in the gray zone or hybrid in nature, if it damages our assets and affects our national security, we should reserve the right to respond at a place and time of our choosing and in manner in which we wish to respond.
That's a strong statement coming from the Chief of Defence Staff of India. General, if I may now shift focus to what's happening along the line of actual control. What do you make of China ramping up military infrastructure both in Tibet and in Xinjiang?
Well, all that I would say is keep your guard up, remain prepared, don't take things lightly. We must also be prepared for any misadventure and respond accordingly. We have responded in the past and will do so in the future.
But has China gone back on its word on withdrawing from all friction points? Has it effectively created a buffer zone and come closer to achieving its 1959 claim line?
Well, I wouldn't really say that. Negotiations are happening at all levels, the political, diplomatic and the military levels. And, there is suspicion on both sides because while the other side has deployed their forces and created infrastructure, we are not lagging behind anymore. We have also moved a large number of troops and resources. So there is a kind of a suspicion on both sides as to what can happen. So I think this will take time, and I think in a gradual manner, we should be able to achieve status quo. Because if you do not achieve status quo and remain in this kind of a position, it could lead to misadventures at some time. And therefore, I think both the nations understand that returning to status quo is in the best interest of ensuring peace and tranquility, to which our nation is committed.